So, hello everyone, welcome to my channel, the Keto Mechanic. I made a vow at the beginning of January that I would do 30 days of keto again. I started with keto back in 2016, but I had always been kind of like keto, carnivore kind of deal, Atkins, paleo, almost my whole entire, adult life, from 17 until 33 now, with a almost 2.5 to 3 year lapse in there where I just kind of consumed whatever I wanted. Felt sorry for myself, fell into a bad depression stage after Iraq, gained as much weight as I possibly could stand to gain until about 3 years ago. Kind of looked at myself in the mirror and said, basically, what the hell are you doing? You're killing yourself and you don't even care. So I started to slowly change, going back to meat eating, basically, very little greens, and going to the gym. I started losing weight like crazy. I found out that I really liked living that kind of lifestyle, eating that way. So I continued to do that, and I lost my first 110 pounds. Then I lost an additional 35, 40 pounds with carnivore for over an entire year, actually about 13 months. But at the beginning of January, I decided that I would give keto another go for 30 days. And what I found was the more I had vegetables, the more I didn't just eat my meat-based diet, the sicker I felt, the more inflamed I felt. I did get some energy from it at times. There were some areas that improved. I felt like I was stronger in the gym. I had a little bit more carbs going on, and I just felt great. But the sickness kept coming back. When I say I felt great, energy-wise, I felt great. But I kept getting sick. My immune system kept tanking. I kept getting little colds and headaches, and I had said I wouldn't give up. I made it 30 days, 32 days, and I couldn't do it anymore. I've gotten sick 3 times off adding vegetables back in, seriously 3 times sick over the last 40 days, up until going back carnivore again. And the first time it was flu-like, diarrhea, just a massive change, something I'm not used to. I'm not used to being sick like that on carnivore. And then it happened again, and then the third time I was sick with diarrhea and everything else for almost 2 weeks. I mean, it was bad. 101 fever. Felt like I had the flu, like I had to go to the hospital a couple times. And I just had to give it up. I went back carnivore. After I went back carnivore, I just started eating, just good ribeye and New York strip and pork from time to time, some chicken, but not really, mainly just all beef. And I started feeling amazing again. Motivated to go back to the gym, strength gains coming back, starting to look a lot more full and stuff, recovering faster from my workouts. All the immune system response completely went away, and I'm just super happy again. Going from carnivore back to keto was a little bit of a shock to my system because I had been carnivore for so long. My body wasn't used to that. I started feeling a little bit more depression-like feeling. I started feeling a little bit more anxious. I wasn't sleeping so well. Nightmares were starting to come back a little bit. And I just realized that even keto has to be very sparing for me. It's not for me. And I think of, is it the diet? Is it a curse to heal from carnivore but be on a meat-based diet for so long? When you go back to adding foods and stuff in that you typically wouldn't have, different types of green vegetables and stuff, does it really affect your system to the point where it shuts you down like that? Is that something somebody really would want long term? Knowing that there are people that go keto, or they go carnivore, and they hold on to it for long periods of time because of how healing it is, And then when they go back to eating vegetables again, if they so choose to, they get that kind of immune system response. They get that inflammatory condition that arises. And you almost desensitize yourself to carbohydrates and sugars in general. Some people would argue that that's good because that's the natural state of being anyway. You don't have to have carbohydrates and glucose. So if your body is rejecting carbohydrates and glucose, it's probably because it can make what it needs on its own. It doesn't need it from food. Other people would say that it's bad. You don't want to desensitize yourself to carbohydrates, so maybe you can cycle keto and carnivore together, which a lot of people do, and they're very successful at it. But what about those people like me that can't cycle? The ones that get sick, the ones that have a response to shifting back and forth. I think each one of us are different. I think there's something to holding on to diets for long periods of time, and then your body gets used to it. So just like when you were on the standard American diet and you became vegan or carnivore or keto, your body had to adapt, and it took a long time for it to get used to it. It's the same way I'm feeling now with the carnivore. I thought for at least 60 days it would make me feel better. At least 60, no big deal. Well, it was a big deal because I couldn't heal from it. I couldn't get used to keto again. I think I may have been so metabolically destroyed that by cutting all the sugar and carbs is what I may have had to have done. Because when I went back to a carnivorous diet, all the problems went away. Simply had no more issues after that. And within 2 weeks, my digestive tract my diarrhea started to go away, and good solid movements, one every single day. It's just paying attention to what your body's trying to talk to you and tell you about, and then doing something about it. So for me, I stay carnivore because it simply fits my life. It's cheaper for me, it fits my life, it makes me feel better. I feel like I get better performance in the gym, longevity wise. It's just it. That's the last 30 days in a nutshell. So I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell notification. Whenever I make a video, you'll get notified. And welcome again. If you're new, if you're not new, thank you for staying. Thank you for being here and putting up with my shenanigans from time to time. Letting me post my automotive videos from time to time. It helps keep my channel watched few minutes up. So it's a good way for me to supplement keeping the channel monetized. So when I do them monthly giveaways, weekly giveaways, sometimes I'm bringing in some kind of monetization to help pay for that stuff. It's not strictly out of my pocket. I feel like I'm working for it at that point, so I should be doing a better job than just the average Joe. I think I have a lapel at the house when I get home, so I'll have at least a mic to hook into the phone from now on. Anyhow, just wanted to share with you guys the last 30 days of being keto before I went back carnivore about 2 weeks ago at the beginning of the month. I will talk to you guys later. I appreciate you. Thank you.